The Rotunda Hospital has said that low COVID vaccination rates among both pregnant women and their partners are what are behind the ongoing restrictions in the hospital and their, I suppose, reluctance, Jonathan, to ease restrictions or to allow a more open scenario for people's partners coming in. What did you make of it?
Look, it's very frustrating for the people who are caught up in this because what you have is people at a very vulnerable time in their lives when, if it's their first child in particular, there's a lot of anxiety. If people can't go in to support the mother, it just adds a whole different level. And the hospitals have been told repeatedly, stop doing this. Provide a way of letting people come in. What they're saying in their statement, we are able to facilitate partners' access for early pregnancy scanning up to 12 weeks and the anomaly scan, but we do not have the capability to accommodate unrestricted visiting at other times, which is odd because any time yesterday I could have walked into any restaurant in Dublin, taken out my phone, shown them my COVID vaccine passport, and they would have let me sit 1 metre away from another person who
pregnant person, perhaps.
They could. Well, I'm not pregnant, but another person who could have been pregnant, and it was fine in that setting, but not fine in the Rotunda. Now, what they're saying, and this is what's interesting, Ciara, is there's two reasons they're giving. One is the challenging physical infrastructure because the Rotunda is 275 years old. It's the oldest maternity hospital in the world, but also low vaccination uptake rates. They're saying only 39% of inpatients are currently fully vaccinated, which is a little odd and at odds with statistics that we're hearing from elsewhere.
It is and it isn't. I fully understand why there are lower uptakes of the vaccine among pregnant women than there are among the general population, because for a start, in the exact same way that parents are slightly more hesitant about vaccinating their children than they are about vaccinating themselves, pregnant women are probably the most hesitant of all of us to vaccinate themselves because it is every instinct in their body to protect their pregnancy and to protect their baby. So I understand, despite the fact that we know and we believe that the vaccine is a good thing for pregnant women and that it is safe for pregnant women and that COVID placenta is a risk to pregnant women and their babies. But apart from knowing that, I understand why they're lower, okay? I actually also understand why the maternity hospital feels like it's over a barrel here, because here is the thing. Pregnant women are more vulnerable. Their immune systems are compromised a little bit, so they're more vulnerable if they catch COVID. Luckily, the infants, the neonates, are not as vulnerable as they might be. But you could have a very vulnerable neonate as well. And if we had a scenario in a hospital, much like in a nursing home, where COVID ripped through a ward or two, we would be on the wrong side of history by opening up, because that would be awful and that would be dangerous.
Correct.
But
there's ways around it.
Exactly. We can be cleverer. First of all, there's nonsense restrictions like, oh, well, you can come in for 20 minutes, but you can't come in for an hour. You can come in for after 1 centimetre dilated, but you can't come in for the whole of the labour. That's stupid. But also, as you mentioned, vaccine certs, antigen testing, we could get cleverer. I understand the hospital's fears. I understand the need for infection control. It is dangerous, but we have to get clever here.